Yeah,
Awesome.
hey buddy, how you doing, man?
Good. How are
So
you?
I kind of know you because you've gone to at the time it was called Healing Mastery and all that. Again, fantastic, phenomenal changes, my friend.
Yeah, for
Um,
sure.
yeah, so if you can take just a few minutes to talk about the 18 days and how it's say transformed your life, I might interject because I remember I remember you or basically your steps or your path to where you are now.
Totally.
So
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah, definitely. So when I first connected with you and started doing the 18 days, I was like had so many different identities. I had no idea who I was. I was like
Mhm.
broken apart in different realities, different time frames. I used to be addicted to heroin, cocaine. Had terrible
Holy shit.
relationships. Yeah, terrible relationships. Yeah, just like pretty much nothing in my life was good, and I didn't understand what was going on. Yeah, it's been a crazy journey. Like healing my brain, my nervous
Mhm.
system from all the drugs that I did. Like later in my 20s is when I first started working with you, which at that point, like I wouldn't have thought it was possible. I didn't even really know how bad it
Mhm.
was. And then all of the drugs started coming out of my system, which I didn't realize they were still there. It had been years since I stopped doing drugs when I first started
Yep.
working with you. But there was still so much in my body. Um, yeah, like just really understanding how to be here. Like I said, I was in so many different realities and time frames that I never really even experienced my body. And that's why it was so difficult for me to gain any traction in life. But yeah, I mean, things have changed massively for me. I actually like feel myself here, experience life. My relationships are all amazing. I was even like living with my parents when I first started working with you when I was like 29. So yeah, so many significant changes, and now I have amazing relationships. Like literally life, it's like a system. Everything, all my relationships, all my experiences, everything is like working together to really create
Mhm.
um like the best possible situation for my evolution. So it's really beautiful.
Yeah, and just to go back again, addicted to hard drugs, and people go, you never, escape being addicted to whatever cocaine. It's always like they give you other medicines that mimic the cocaine or heroin or whatever that you never escape. But you're not doing any of that, right? They're just you're just like clean,
No, yeah,
right?
no, nope, nothing.
Yeah, so that in itself is just it's just an amazing journey. By the way, we're doing an addiction series coming up. Not exactly sure when, but we're going to do a transformational addiction series. We did an abuse series that you guys might want to take a look at. Transforming your life. Again, get rid of all the abuse series. And like Nick, and if you can expand on this, Nick, like Nick, it's not about circumventing or dealing with it or putting a band-aid on it. It's literally is about deleting the abuse patterns or the addiction patterns or any of those patterns, and you become a different identity. So for you, Nick, there's no like cravings, or you don't have to force yourself. You just don't do anything like that because, well, you're more worthy of yourself. But the, can you explain how that feels? Because it is a different identity, right? You
Yeah,
don't
no,
identify
totally.
yourself as an addict, let's just say.
No, no, and that was something like I never liked about all of, like AA or any of that stuff. It just
Mhm.
really never resonated with me. But yeah, like
Right.
now, even like after I've been working with you for a little while, like I still was afraid of those things. And then like
Mhm.
eventually I was like, okay, like I can tell that I don't have those patterns anymore. So I actually
Mhm.
like have drinks with friends now. Like I can do normal things. I ate mushrooms just as kind of like an experimental thing. But yeah,
Sure.
like it's just gone. And the experience that I've had with all of those things, it's totally
Mhm.
different. Like I could actually like experience that consciousness outside of me. It wasn't in me, like controlling me anymore. And so that was a
Right.
pretty
Right.
pretty profound experience of like the changes that XI has been able to help me with. And also, oh yeah, and now
Beautiful.
like when I look back and I review all of those experiences, like the times that I was doing drugs, it literally feels like a different lifetime.
Mhm.
Like I think about it now, and it
Yep.
seems like something that happened so long ago that it couldn't have possibly been in this lifetime. And I think it's just because I'm literally so different and I've recovered so completely from it, that it's like it never happened.
Mhm.
It's just like a memory that I can reference.
Well, and the reason why is because XIers and the mechanics, because there's a lot of people who've been here, is that your old, say, life programming is been replaced again, a brand new, say, life or brand new program. So it's like a death for you, and then a brand new, say, programming or brand new files for you, brand new system files. That's why it feels so long time ago, or kind of grayish. Does that make sense to you? So it's because
Totally.
it's not part of your system anymore. It's not your DNA anymore. Although it might be a part of your memories that's, say, filed away, but it's nothing that you're running. So you
Yeah.
don't have to like push back. That's why, again, like you said it beautifully, you can go into a bar or have a drink here and there and enjoy it, and not go, oh shit, if I take this one drink, I'm gonna pay for it and get back into my alcoholism or drug abuse and all that. The other aspect I want to bring in is that when you started doing drugs, and correct me if I'm wrong because I can't read your files, because and this, by the way, guys, when I tap in, I read your system files. So when I tap into Nick, I see he has his current system file, which is again really fantastic, really solid. Obviously, so the XI for him is like, well, how much more can I expand into? How much more can I be a better, grander individual? I'd have to like tap into his log files, so it takes me a little longer, and because I don't want to do that. But did you start taking drugs because you wanted to find yourself?
Yeah, totally. And that the first time that I ever did it, that lightness and expansiveness, that euphoric feeling, that was the closest thing that I ever found in my life to what I thought it should feel like. So then, like
Yeah.
when I actually first experienced myself, like as my who I really am, then I was like, oh,
Mhm.
I know what I was always looking for in drugs.
Yeah. Yeah. So really fantastic. And that's the key. And I just want to bring that up, guys. We're going to do more plant medicines, but if you're lost, guys, don't do ayahuasca and all that stuff. If you're doing it, you really have to have uh, ayahuasca, like a strong shaman. And most of those people who take you on those trips, they're not fucking strong. They don't even know who they are. They did, like 30, 40 ayahuasca trips, and they're fucked up. And then they're going to guide you down that path. No way in hell. So especially, guys, do not do ayahuasca if you're trying to find yourself. Okay. You have to be at a certain level to do things of that nature. And then if you want to do them, it allows you to awaken. And I can help you with that. Again, I'm not condoning drugs because you don't need that. But if you need to do that, or if you want to have that experience, again, you want to do it right. You want to be complete before you do anything like that. Okay. Or you can do it safely. Sometimes people use the 18 days or something like that in the background as they do minimal drugs, and it guides them into the right direction. But again, I'm not saying you should do that, but some people who need to do that, it'd be the safest way. Anything else, buddy, as we wrap up?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was gonna add, and I used to have a terrible relationship with my parents.
Oh, yeah.
The family dynamics were so messed up. And
Hmm.
then after I worked on myself, like just focused on changing myself, the
Hmm.
whole family shifted. And now I have a really incredible relationship with my parents. I can be around them and it's super enjoyable, like really close with my sister. So, I mean, it's a total,
That's
total life
beautiful.
transformation,
Yeah,
whole new
that's
life.
beautiful, and that's how you want to change family. You don't want to force them. You just be your best possible self, like Nick, and then they radically change as well. And if they don't, it wasn't meant to be. Either way, you disconnect from them. So, thanks, Nick. Thanks so much for that.
Yeah. Thank you, Moss.